Welcome, ladies, gentlemen, non-binary folks, and everyone on the gender spectrum to the very first episode of Honor Championship Pro Wrestling's Hang the DJ. I am your one of them commentary team, Jubvno, and we have what I expect to be a night filled with incredible action. As tonight, we will see the Bloodline's Rosey and Jamal in action as they will be taking on the team of Akira, Tozawa, and Apollo Crews in what could very well be a match that will shape the tag team division here in Honor Championship Pro Wrestling, as next week we will begin the tag team championship tournament. But that's not the only matchup we have tonight that can shape things up here in HCPW, as our main event of the evening will shape the future of the company entirely, as we see 7 individuals do battle to be named the very first HCPW Global Champion. But before we get to all of that, we have our opening contest for the night, as we will see Wyatt Danger go head-to-head against Dominik Mysterio. Joining Dominik Mysterio's side is his newest in a string of many relationships, that being Zeta Steel, the two of them having just very recently formed a group known as Dishonor. The wait is finally over. Let's get this shit started. And I cannot think of a better way to get this shit started than with Wyatt Danger. Wyatt Danger, I've had the privilege of watching this man compete in the ring before, and all I can say is it is absolutely breathtaking what this man is able to do in the ring. For those who are unaware of Wyatt Danger, I have some notes on him right here. He has competed all over the world in countless wrestling promotions, in countless countries, many different places on earth this man has competed, and it is spectacular every single time. This man's in-ring style, he's an all-rounder at the end of the day, trained by the rebel heart himself, Johnny Gargano, and you know that never say die attitude, that heart and soul mentality is implanted into this man's soul. He will never back down from a fight, never back away from a challenge. And you can see right there that braced up left knee. Wyatt Danger's had a history of knee injuries to that left knee, but he's still here. He's still fighting, but you know, lurking in the shadows, Dominik Mysterio, he's going to want to target that knee. But Wyatt, he's not going to back down. As I said, that never say die attitude implanted into his brain by Johnny Gargano, his mentor, really. Wyatt is here to make an impact here in HCPW at the expense of his opponent tonight. Holy shit. Dominik Mysterio, or should I say Dominic Guerrero, with that entrance music, taking some old Eddie Guerrero music. Here is Dominik Mysterio as we await his arrival. What is there to say about Dominik Mysterio that hasn't already been said by many other people way smarter in the business than I am? Dominik Mysterio, you see there on his arm is Zeta Steel, his newest in a long string of relationships. I don't really know how this relationship started. I can't lie to you. Dominik posted that he was done with Liv, then a few days later started posting up with Zeta Steel. And you know what? Kudos to him. Kudos to him, honestly. I don't think I could ever rebound that quickly from a relationship like Dominik Mysterio. As Dominik and Zeta, you see it here, man. Oh, it's hard to watch sometimes, just a man be so lucky in life and just win at everything he does, no matter what. Even if he loses tonight, he's still winning in the eyes of many. As Dominik Mysterio, the son of legendary professional wrestler and luchador Rey Mysterio Jr., as letting Zeta in the ring, and Zeta now letting Dominik in the ring. Dominik, he's got to live up to a lot of names, though. Not only the name of his legendary father, Rey Mysterio, but now of Eddie Guerrero, as he enters to his own song here. It's going to be wild to see what Dom and Wyatt bring. Here we go. Bell has sounded. Wyatt Danger, Dominik Mysterio, big elbow to start the match. Wait, Dom went for a springboard crossbody miss. Wyatt grabs him by the arm, and a Saito suplex off the ground. What the? We're already starting off hot, and Wyatt now Kamagoye with the braced up knee. This is going at 100 miles a minute already. We just started the very first match here of Hang the DJ, and now just what is Wyatt doing? A people's elbow? Are we going to see a people's elbow on HCPW television? Wait, no. Turning around, people's moonsault. Dominik gets the knees up, knees to the ribs of Wyatt Danger. Dom now running around, drop kick to Wyatt Danger. Bit of misdirection there before hitting him, and now Dom went for a springboard moonsault. Wyatt able to move. Wyatt went for a springboard himself, but Zeta distracting him now. Collar and elbow tie up from these two, finally slowing it down just a little bit. And Dom pushing Wyatt off, and now small package that could have won Dom the match if it were maybe a bit later, but no, only a one count, and now face washing Wyatt Danger. And now just kicking him in the face while he's down. Dominik Mysterio, and now calling him back to his feet. Dom and Wyatt starting this match off a million miles a minute. Now Dom, springboard crossbody, connects this time. And now that springboard moonsault hitting both springboards that Wyatt was able to dodge earlier. And now Dom sits him back up off the ropes. Drop kick to the face again. Yet another drop kick from Dominik Mysterio. And now a stomp to, I think, the side of the head there. Coming up to the middle turnbuckle, and a big knee drop from Dominik Mysterio. Went for another stomp, but Wyatt able to get up. Bicycle knee. Dom's down. And now Wyatt hooking him up. Sharpshooter maybe. No, steps through. Turns it around. Grabs the arms again. What the hell? Curb stomp. A curb stomp to Dominik Mysterio. And Wyatt off the ropes. Double jump moonsault. Missed. Dominik able to roll out of the way just slightly. And now Wyatt looking for a suplex. But no. Wyatt gets out from the back. Grabs Dominik. Hits him in the back with his elbow. Irish whip off the ropes. And another flying knee strike. And oh, wait a minute. Wyatt Danger looking for that people's moonsault once again. Looking to hit it this time. And it connects. And Wyatt now springboards now. Moonsault off the very top rope. Anything Dom can do, I can do better sort of deal. Jumping straight up to the top rope. What's he thinking here? Turns around. What the hell? What the fuck? Double rotation moonsault. Cover. One. No. Not even a 2 count off the double rotation moonsault. Wyatt now calling Dom back up to his feet. This match going 100 miles an hour already. Dom able to move out the way. I don't know what Wyatt was going for there. I cannot tell you half the moves we're going to see Wyatt Danger hit in this match. I'm going to be so honest. And now Dom Hurricanrana there to Wyatt Danger. They're finally slowing it down. At least Dominik is. Dominik Michinoku driver on the H of the HCPW logo, climbing up to the top rope. Are we going to see it? An early end to the night. Eddie Guerrero style frog splash from Dominik. Referee in position. 1, 2. No, Wyatt kicks out at 2. Dominik Mysterio looked to get an early end to the night with that frog splash. But oh, now another face wash from Dominik. Dominik just trying to wear down Wyatt Danger now. In firm control, went for an elbow. No, Wyatt able to move. Well, dodge it. And Wyatt went for something, but Dom able to dodge, and now kicks to the not the injured knee, but the knee with past injuries. And now a swinging neck breaker. Dominik now calling Wyatt back up to his feet. Wyatt gets up on the apron, and Dom just gut checks him right off the ring apron. Wyatt hit the floor hard. Dominik now might just get the count out victory here. No springboard. Never mind. I thought he was going for a running springboard like his father. But Wyatt able to catch him with a kick to the side of the head as Dom was talking some trash, and now throws him into the steel steps. Gut first. And now just Irish whipping him, or maybe just tossing him actually to the other side of the ringside area. Standing shooting star, no knees to the ribs, maybe the chest area of Wyatt, and now a drop kick to the side of the head. Dominik Mysterio went for a stomp. Wyatt able to dodge. Wyatt now grabs him by the mullet once again, throws him back into the ring. Wyatt rolls in himself. Collar and elbow again, grabs him by the mullet again, but this time Dominik able to elbow Wyatt in the ribs. Get some separation there. And oh wait, now this time hitting the suplex is Dominik, but he rolls through. Oh no, you've got to be kidding me. 2, and we're going to see the trifecta, the 3 amigos. First he steals his music, now he steals his 3 amigos. Dominik just taking all of Eddie's shit. And now just a double foot stomp to the arm. Not even going for the cover off the 3 amigos. Just continuing to wear down Wyatt. And now a stomp to the midsection of Wyatt Danger. And now just a kick to like the shoulder blade area, it seems. Dominik up to the top rope. Could be looking for another frog splash, maybe. No, calling Wyatt up to his feet. Dominik off the top, missile drop kick, taking Wyatt Danger down. Dominik going for the cover off of that. That could do it. Flying double boot to the face. Not many men could survive that, but Wyatt Danger is not like most men. That heart and soul mentality helping him kick out as Dominik back up to the top again. Elbow drop, no. Wyatt able to move out the way. Grabbing Dominik. Irish whip. Dominik a bit of resistance there, but Wyatt dropped down. Leapfrog able to get some sort of offense, and oh my god, a misdirection knee drop, it seemed, into a standing shooting star press. Wyatt Danger, I don't know half the moves he's doing, and now just a sliding knee to the face with that braced up knee. And now, was that a springboard Phoenix splash? Hello? Oh, went for a move, but Dominik able to get him kicked to the head, and now another drop kick. Dominik Mysterio calling Wyatt back to his feet. Neither man looking to give their opponent any time to rest. Dominik, Michinoku driver again, hooking the leg that's given Wyatt Danger problems in the past, and Wyatt kicks out at 2, having to expend his energy, having to maybe damage on it. What the fuck was that? What the hell? What? That was like a twisting RKO. Dragging Dominik up slowly now is Wyatt Danger. May have used all of his energy off that like twisting RKO, whatever that may have been. And now sliding lariat from Wyatt Danger. I have no idea what he calls that. I'm going to have to go ask Wyatt after this matchup what he calls that maneuver. And now Wyatt, big punch to the face of Dominik. Now a big forearm. Jumps over the top and a DDT. Like his mentor, Johnny Gargano, now a stomp to the face for good measure. Stomps him in the arm now. Rolls him over again. Drags him up by his arms. Another Kamagoye. This time with the healthiest knee that he's got. Oh, drags him up now. What is this? Hooks him up. Bloody cross. Knee across the chest of Dominik. With the lower back of Wyatt landing on the hard floor. But Wyatt, he's on adrenaline now. Springboard frog splash to the back of Dominik Mysterio. And now springboard body splash there. That could do it. Dom might be out. 1, 2. Kick out at 2 by Dominik Mysterio. What a match. Wyatt could be looking for that taste of danger, calling him to his feet, but Dominik able to get an elbow to the face. Dominik now punch, but Wyatt's fired up. Overhand chop from Wyatt. Overhand chop from Dominik. Wyatt with another. Dominik blocks, punch to the face, and now just slapping the taste out of Wyatt's mouth and blocking another punch. Hits another. And now a chop and a super kick to the midsection of Wyatt Danger. Dominik Mysterio now up to the top rope again. What could he be looking for? Slowly climbing up. Dominik, another frog splash. That could do it. That could do it. Cover. 1, 2. With that never say die attitude. Another kick out from Wyatt Danger. The fans chanting one more time. They want to see one more frog splash. Dom beside himself. Another cover as he's met with boos. 1. Wyatt kicks out at 1. That was more of a statement kick out. That was a fuck you kick out to Dominik Mysterio as Dom drags him up. Elbow. Went for another. Wyatt blocks. Wyatt with a punch. Wyatt with an elbow. Went for a chop. Dom blocks. Dominik, another Michinoku driver. Wyatt may be out. That could do it. Excuse me. Dominik back up to the top. But wait a minute. Wait, Dominik's arguing with a fan in the front row. Dom now. Frog splash. No. Wyatt moves. Wyatt moves out the way. Wyatt's got Dom. Wyatt's got Dom up. Taste of danger. Knee to the head. Dominik's out. Wyatt into the cover. But wait. Zeta Steel. Zeta Steel is distracting the referee. What the hell? Dom's rolled out the ring. Wyatt's in shock. Wyatt can't believe this. Wait, who the hell is that? Who the hell? That's Azrael Hendricks. Knee to the back of the head of Wyatt. That's Azrael Hendricks. Zeta's still distracting the official. And that's Outlaw Ace. Outlaw Ace and Azrael Hendricks. What are they doing? What the hell? Total elimination. They've just invaded the arena. They're leaving through the crowd again. Dom's back in the ring. Dom's grabbing Wyatt up to his feet. Dom's got him hooked. He's got him hooked. Brainbuster. Dropping Wyatt on his head. 1, 2. You've got to be kidding me. Dominik Mysterio has just stolen the victory. That was a 4-on-1 match at the end, pretty much. That was a handicap match at the end. Dominik Mysterio has just done it. Dominik Mysterio's pinned Wyatt Danger on the very first match of HCPW. What does this mean? Are Azrael Hendricks and Alba Ace a part of Dishonor? Are they even signed here? I have no idea what's going on. I have no words for what we just saw. That is not in my notes for tonight's show. I don't know how that aired at all. I don't even know how Bo Dallas got access to the building. But switching gears, our next matchup, the tag team match, which sees the Bloodline take on Akira Tozawa and Apollo Crews. As we stated earlier, this match could very well shape up the tag team division. Is out first, the ever exciting duo of Apollo Crews and Akira Tozawa. Apollo Crews and Akira Tozawa, they've not had the best of years as of recent, but they are not men to doubt. Apollo Crews, a freak athlete, and Akira Tozawa, a freak athlete in his own right. These two, absolutely incredible professional wrestlers, absolutely incredible athletes. They should not be taken lightly by anyone in this tag team division or in HCPW in general. But tonight they have a huge task ahead of them as they will be taking on the returning Rosey and Jamal, aligning themselves with Roman Reigns to form this new version of the Bloodline. As here they are. Oh my god, look at how big these two men are. These men are gigantic. I think each of them weighs at least 340. There's no way that Akira Tozawa out of this group is going to be able to pick up one of these men. He's got the strength to do it, but my God, Akira might blow out a vertebrae if he tries picking up one of these two men. This, on paper, this looks like a mismatch, but I assure you, Akira Tozawa and Apollo Crews could pull out a massive upset here tonight against the new Bloodline. It's just a matter of if it'll happen. As here we go. Tag team match underway. Akira Tozawa chopping at the legs of Jamal already, but Jamal able to push him away and now just hammering away on Akira Tozawa. Jamal and Rosey. Akira Tozawa, he wanted to start this match. He wanted to prove himself to the world, but Rosey and Jamal taking this opportunity to just beat the living hell out of him. Double shoulder block and now just an arm breaker. Covered on Akira Tozawa already. 1, 2. They're already getting 2 counts on Akira Tozawa. They've already gotten a 2 count on Akira Tozawa, and they've hit about 1 total tag team move. This is not going to look like a good night for Akira Tozawa, just getting his neck wrenched out there by Rosey. But Akira Tozawa, reversal kick to the midsection, able to whip Rosey into the corner, went to tag in Apollo Crews, but no, Rosey with a huge elbow, and now just a clubbing, like, lariat type blow to the chin, almost. Irish whip, no, Akira Tozawa able to reverse the Irish whip. Akira Tozawa in the corner, but no, Rosey able to get an elbow off again. Akira with a shot to the midsection. Went for a backhanded scene, but oh no. Just a clubbing blow to the chest of Akira Tozawa. Rosey to the top, away to Akira. Akira's crawling. Rosey's humoring this. Rosey just humored that tag from Akira Tozawa. And oh wait, oh, he shouldn't have done that. Apollo Crews. Big blows to the face and now one to the lower back, but Rosey again with that elbow. Went for a clubbing blow on Apollo Crews, but Crews speed. But no, Rosey missed grabbing Apollo Crews, and now Crews springboard moonsault. Damn! As I said, do not take Apollo Crews and Akira Tozawa lightly. They could very well get a major upset in this match. Knee to the face of Rosey now, and now that arm breaker to the elbow padded arm and a standing shooting star press. Holy hell. It's actually seeming possible that Akira Tozawa and Apollo Crews could get the win. Big body splash from the middle turnbuckle. Apollo Crews and Akira Tozawa, they could have the Bloodline's arm here. The Bloodline may have underestimated these two. Tag now to Akira Tozawa. Apollo Crews and Akira Tozawa. A back suplex neck breaker. And Akira Tozawa went to the apron and allowing Jamal to get Rosey to get the tag to Jamal, excuse me. And now Jamal just clubbing blows to Akira Tozawa. Tozawa tried lifting Jamal, but wait, Tozawa able to elbow out, picking up Rosey. I think he may have gotten confused as to who he was trying to grab there, and Jamal able to take advantage, leaning him against the ropes, and just choking him out, just choking out Akira Tozawa. My God. And now a cover here on Akira Tozawa. The referee won, a bit slow to make that 1 count there. But it doesn't change the fact that Akira Tozawa would have kicked out, I believe. And now just a stomp to the arm of Akira Tozawa. They're just systematically destroying. It looked like Jamal was trying to go for Apollo Crews there. Getting Crews off the apron, though. Apollo looked like he was trying to grab at Jamal there as Jamal was getting in the ring. And now just squeezing the trap, squeezing that neck muscle of Akira Tozawa, excuse me. There's this systematic destruction of Akira Tozawa. And now a tag to Rosey as Jamal and Rosey once again looking for that double shoulder block, that shoulder tackle. And they just take Akira Tozawa down. God, this has just turned into a massacre. And now stomping out the stomach of Akira Tozawa. Cover here. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2. Apollo Crews having faith in Akira Tozawa. I necessarily wouldn't, but what do I know? I'm a commentator. I'm not a wrestler. What do I know? And now just an Irish whip, whipping Akira Tozawa into the corner again, and now another tag to Jamal. Rosey and Jamal making frequent tags, and wait a minute. Shades of the Hardys, that leg drop, big frog splash combo. And now another splash from Jamal. just trying to take all the air out of the lungs of Akira Tozawa. And now, wait, what is... Just picking him up off the ground and tossing him halfway across the ring. Went for a headbutt. No. Got up, but Rosey able to punch Akira Tozawa in the side of the head. And now into the corner. The tag team work of these two brothers. My God. What is this? Double flapjack to Akira Tozawa. And this is hard to watch. And not just taunting Akira Tozawa. Does Rosey, and oh wait, knee strike. Jamal was staring down a fan in the front row who was trying to will on Akira Tozawa. And a Tozawa with an arm drag. Tozawa, a nice deep arm drag there on Rosey. And oh no, went for an Irish whip, but gets whipped into the buckles of his own teammate. And now this is just... And now just wrenching at the arm while Apollo Crews can just stand there and watch the official watching the action. Apollo Crews cannot get involved. And oh, Rosey just fired himself up. And now he's taunting Akira Tozawa as he sat in the corner. And oh, just hip attack from Rosey to Akira Tozawa. This is hard to watch. But it might be formulaic at this point. And oh, a strike there. A strike and a big headbutt to Akira Tozawa. Was trying to fight back. It looked like Rosey and Jamal were not on the same page there. Rosey was looking for something in the corner, but Jamal stopping it. And oh, just a Samoan splash. Oh my God. It's over. It's over. Count to 100. 2. Oh my God. Apollo Crews took out the official. Apollo Crews couldn't stop the cover in time. So instead of trying to make it there, he just took out the referee. He may have just delayed the inevitable though. As Jamal just beating Akira Tozawa. He couldn't get to Apollo Crews as he went to the apron. So Rosey just taking it out on Akira Tozawa. Lifts him up. Away Tozawa. Chop block to the knee. Chop block to the side of the knee. Akira Tozawa. He's trying to fight back. Went for a spinning soul kick. No. Rosey into the corner again. Tag to Jamal. And now just a double headbutt. Oh my God. And now went for a pop-up Samoan drop. No. Reversal from Akira Tozawa. Tozawa kicked in midsection into a neck breaker. This could be Tozawa's moment. Tagging Apollo Crews, not Akira Tozawa. I'm getting too hyped here. But no, Jamal immediately shuts it down. And another tag to Rosey. And now just another shoulder tackle incoming. And Akira Tozawa gets taken down once again by these behemoths. And now just kicking out the leg of Akira Tozawa. Trying to kick the leg out of the leg, it seems. And now just an elbow drop to the back. And now stomp to the midsection from Rosey. And now just choking out Akira Tozawa. The referee telling Rosey to stop or he will get disqualified. And Rosey letting go of the chokehold there. And now just whipping him back into the buckle. How many tags are we going to see? It's just formulaic. And another double headbutt to Akira Tozawa. Just end the match already. And oh wait, off the ropes and a big boot. That just wasn't necessary. Oh wait, they're on the floor now. All Apollo Crews can do is watch. And now just wrenching at the face of Akira Tozawa. Wait, no. Tozawa fights back. Well, tried to fight back at least. Oh no. No. One arm buster on the floor. Holy fuck. Akira Tozawa just had a second wind off of that. How did he get a second wind off of getting literally tossed onto the concrete floor? Throws Jamal back in the ring. Akira Tozawa, no. Jamal able to fight. Wait, Tozawa, what the hell? Slips down from underneath and a spinning tornado kick. Vertical senton bomb. Akira Tozawa's back in this fight. Into the buckle. No, Jamal able to elbow him in the head. And a Samoan drop. And Apollo Crews, he's the mercy roll from Apollo Crews as the 3 count is made. Rosey and Jamal get the win. They've knocked Apollo Crews off the apron and now this is just unnecessary. There's no reason to throw Akira Tozawa out of the ring like that. The fight Akira Tozawa put up, he deserves more than that. But at the end of the day, your winners are the Bloodline, Rosey and Jamal. Who in the world is going to be able to stop these two men? And folks, it is time for the main event of the evening to determine the very first HCPW Global Champion. 7 individuals are set to do battle from right to left. We have the young OG, Javon Evans, the Empress of Tomorrow, Asuka, the Ring General, Walter, CM Punk, Dakota Kai, the Pirate Princess, Kairi Sane, and a mystery entrant into this battlefield. And it's time to find out who the first combatant is. And oh my God, the young OG is the first man to enter the field. Javon Evans is here. He is so young into his career. He is 21 years old. Javon Evans could make history by becoming the youngest world champion in wrestling history. HCPW's first global champion could very well be the young OG here tonight. All he's got to do is knock off 6 other very well-traveled and world-renowned talents. Javon Evans, if anyone is to do it, if anyone's to pull off the upset, it's this man right here. Javon Evans jumping over the top rope. He's hyped. He's ready for this. He probably has the most heart out of anyone in this match, the most will to do it. But it all depends on who entrant number 2 to this gauntlet is. And oh my God, Dakota Kai. Javon Evans already having his work cut out for him, as his first opponent is a kick-happy son of a gun. Dakota Kai, her kicks are like swords. There's no way Javon Evans survives this without at least having a little bit of damage done from Dakota Kai's kicks. Dakota Kai, she's world traveled. She is a decorated athlete, a decorated professional wrestler. She is a high favorite to win the HCPW Global Championship in this match. And that is really surprising to think of when you think of names like Walter, Asuka, and CM Punk in this match. Dakota Kai's right up there with them in terms of experience, in terms of in-ring prowess. And the first 2 entrants into this gauntlet being the young OG and Dakota Kai, as here we go. The gauntlet is underway, and oh, Dakota Kai already, those kicks, and now collar and elbow tie-up here between Javon Evans and Dakota Kai. Javon Evans decides on strength advantage here over Dakota Kai. Not many times in Javon Evans' career has he had the strength and size advantage over an opponent. You gotta think that's some new ground to cover for Javon, but Dakota Kai, that experience factor, they're able to take the arm of Javon Evans and ring it behind his head here. As this is not the pace Javon wants. Javon Evans, he wants this to be a faster paced match, you would think. That's where the young OG excels in matches like just this in general. In matches in general, when the pace is hot, the pace is fast paced, he's got that. But working the arm of Dakota Kai, really playing to Dakota's style here, saying this is more of a statement from Javon Evans, it seems, and just tripping Dakota Kai down there. And now Javon Evans, another collar and elbow tie-up, this time initiated by Javon Evans. And Dakota Kai pushing Javon back into the corner. Well, not into the ropes, excuse me. The referee looking for a break here. Looking for a break, the 2 break. And Dakota Kai, the cheap shot to the midsection. Now another collar and elbow tie-up from these 2. This has got to be wearing on Javon Evans. You got to think this is not what Javon wants in terms of a match, but he's able to go behind to get Dakota here. And now the 2 of them jockeying for position here. And just trying to squeeze the life out of Dakota Kai already is Javon Evans. Javon Evans, he is not going to take this lightly. This is his moment now. Side headlock takedown from Javon. Javon Evans in firm control of this matchup. From something Dakota Kai was initiating. You got to think that's got to get in the head of Dakota Kai. Now just a knee to the face there. Or maybe to the side of the head. And now Javon Evans jumping elbow drop to the midsection. And a cover here on Dakota Kai. Referee in position 1. But a kick out at 1. Emphatic kick out from Dakota Kai. As now Javon Evans grabs at her head. And oh my God. Just hammering down punches to the face of Dakota Kai. And Javon. Oh, now Javon Evans. What is this? Lifts her up. Fisherman Buster into the bridge. That could do it. 1. And no, Dakota Kai, another kick out at one. Javon Evans a bit beside himself there. But Javon, springboard moonsault. Javon Evans, that's the fast-paced action we thought we'd be seeing from Javon. Sits up Dakota Kai, drags her up to her knee. Javon off the ropes. Sliding lariat from Javon Evans. And now Javon, calling for Dakota Kai to get up. Javon Evans in the corner. Javon, tornado kick to the side of Dakota Kai's head. And this is not what I was expecting. Now Javon, as see Dakota Kai roll out the ring, follows her out. I was not expecting Javon to have the early advantage, using that size and strength, and a blue thunder bomb variation there on the floor to Dakota Kai. And now just a soccer kick to the spine. Javon Evans, he's taking the fight to Dakota Kai. I didn't think this would be as one-sided as it was. Stomp to the back of the head now. Javon, Salida del Sol, no. Dakota Kai catches him with a power slam. Onto the hard floor, the concrete floor. That padding does not provide enough padding, if you will. And Javon Evans able to throw Dakota Kai with an Irish whip. Sends her falling to the floor now. An elbow drop to the midsection once again from Javon Evans. Javon Evans now grabbing Dakota Kai by the hair, but Dakota able to fight free with elbows to the midsection. Went for an enziguri. Javon Evans rolling out of the way. Count. The referees count there up to a count of 8 as these two go back into the ring. Javon caught a bit off guard by Dakota getting in there. And Dakota Kai, what is this? What is this? A variation of a Rings of Saturn from Dakota Kai, but Javon Evans able to get to the ropes, forcing a rope break. But Dakota Kai's calling for Javon to get up to his feet. Go to kick time, and here it is. Dakota Kai may have it. An upset here, if you really think about it, from what we've seen in this match. 1, 2, no, Javon Evans barely gets the shoulder up. Javon Evans caught with the go-to kick out of virtually nowhere, it seems. And a double foot stomp from the ground, jumping double foot stomp. And now Dakota Kai's in control, Irish whipping Javon Evans into the buckles, but Javon able to get the feet up. Double drop kick. Javon going for that kick, and it connects. That roundabout kick. I don't know what to call it. And Dakota Kai blocking the elbow now, grabbing Javon by that necklace, the back of the neck area. Face first off the buckle goes Javon Evans. And Dakota Kai running. Went for the boot in the corner. Javon Evans able to sidestep. Went for a lariat, but Dakota Kai able to sidestep. And now that big question mark kick. And now stomping out the arm of Javon Evans. Dakota Kai up to the top rope here. What's she looking for? Diving body splash. No. Javon went for the lariat, but Dakota able to trip him. Stomping him in the knee now. And Dakota Kai stomped to the arm, sends Javon Evans over. And now grabbing him by the hair and just slamming his face into the mat. And now Dakota hauling Javon Evans up to his feet here. But Javon gets out of the ring instead. But Dakota able to catch him, elbow to the back. And now off the ropes, drop down. Dakota, nice deep arm drag from Dakota Kai. Went for a stomp, Javon able to get up. Javon went for that lariat again, but Dakota, the flurry of offense, and now enziguri to the arm. The arm that he keeps trying to throw for a lariat, but Javon battles back with a jumping forearm to the face. And now grabbing Dakota by the hair. Javon Evans into the corner with Dakota Kai. And Javon Evans, a power slam. There it is. Power slam from Javon Evans. And now Javon talking some trash to Dakota as she gets up to her feet. And now, just Javon Evans with a combo. And now a crucifix pin. Crucifix pin 1. No, only a kick out at 1. Javon Evans, the closest to defeat still in this match, as we saw that 2 count off the go-to kick. And Javon going for the knees now of Dakota Kai. We know Dakota's history with knee injuries. And Javon calling Dakota up to her feet. Dakota Kai, that weakness in her knees. Javon, cutter connects. Javon may have it here. Javon may have it here. Cover. The referee been wait to get to the count. And that may have cost Javon Evans. You see Javon looking in shock at the official. The referee could not get in position in time. But Javon going right back to the knees of Dakota Kai with a foot DDT. And now talking trash again is Javon Evans, the young OG. And now a super kick. But Dakota able to get out the ring. Dakota Kai now back in. Just a bit of separation, but Javon to the knee again. Went for a big shot to the body. Dakota able to block. Collar and elbow. Dakota grabbing Javon by the back of the neck. and now throws him into the corner again, and Dakota could be looking for that kick once again and connects with the side of Javon Evans' head, and Dakota's firing up the crowd, and now alley-oop power bomb from Dakota Kai to Javon Evans out the corner. Does not go for the pinfall attempt. Javon up in the corner, and went for the dropkick to the back of Javon, but Javon able to sidestep, and now grabbing Dakota by the hair again, face first into the top turnbuckle. Javon, that scoop power slam once again. Now a cover off of it. This could be it here. Dakota could be out, but no, kick out of 2. Dakota Kai's going to take a lot more to put Dakota Kai away. As Javon calling her up to her feet again. Could we possibly be seeing another? No, he may have went for an OG cutter. He may have been thinking about it, but doesn't go for it. And Dakota Kai able to reverse whatever Javon was going for. Could be looking for the go-to kick there. Grabbing Javon, but Javon dropkick to that knee. That knee that he's been working on the whole match. Javon Evans, beautiful dropkick. Beautiful dropkick from Javon Evans. Dakota up. Oh, wait. Could have been looking for something there, but Dakota sends Javon Evans flying over that top rope. And oh my god, what a match. This has already been to start the gauntlet. Now just a stomp to the midsection and stepping over Javon Evans. And now just a soccer kick to the back. And now slamming his arm into the arena floor. And a drop kick to the back now as well. Dakota Kai is just keeping the offense going here on Javon Evans. And that modified Rings of Saturn on the floor now. If Javon taps, it does not give Dakota Kai the victory. But it will prove to Dakota Kai that it's possible to beat Javon. But Dakota, let's go. Count of 4 now on the floor. Dakota Kai stomping at the arms again of Javon Evans. Could possibly be looking for that Rings of Saturn finish in the ring. But Dakota Kai is calling for... Is she calling for the go-to kick on the floor? She's going for it. She's trying to get Javon up, but Javon keeps moving away, and now a dropkick to the knee again. Dropkick to the knee again. Javon Evans throws Dakota Kai back in the ring. And Javon calls Dakota Kai back up to her feet. Javon Evans, heavy strike combination now. Oh my god! A standing Spanish fly. Javon talking trash. We could be seeing an no. Went for a tornado DDT, but couldn't quite get it. Dakota's still stunned. Javon. And now just a knee to the back of the neck. Javon Evans. What a performance from both of these athletes here. Javon gets Dakota out the corner again. And another scoop power slam. Javon once again calling Dakota up. Javon Evans has Dakota up. And now just a snake eyes, elevated snake eyes there from Javon. Went for a boot in the corner, where Dakota Kai able to get a boot up of her own. Dakota Hurricanrana from Dakota Kai. Trying to get back in this thing. Dakota looking for another go-to kick. Here it comes. Go-to kick from Dakota Kai. But Dakota's not going for the cover. Dakota's going for one more maybe. Pointing up to the sky. Dakota Kai grabs Javon Evans, gets him up to his feet. Dakota Kai stomps in the midsection. Looking for a question mark kick. Anything to try to get Javon out for yet another go-to kick, it seems. And now Dakota Kai could be looking for it here. Gets Javon Evans up. Shot to the head. Wait, Javon misses. No, misses that drop kick. Dakota may have been grabbing him for a go-to kick, but Javon brought out the way, but missed a drop kick, thinking Dakota would follow him. And now Dakota's got Javon down. Dragging Javon Evans to the center of the ring. Cover off that kick. 1, 2. But the fight in the young OG keeps him going. Dakota Kai's beside herself. She can't believe it. Questioning the official there for a second before stomping at the arm of Javon Evans. And now another kick to the chest of Javon. But wait, Javon reversing the Irish whip into a Hurricanrana of his own. Javon calling Dakota Kai up to her feet. It's time. Is it time for yet? Oh wait, Javon taking the top turnbuckle pad off. But Cutter connects again. Oh, J-Cutter again, the official again at the turnbuckle. And that may have cost Jubvno just a little bit as Dakota Kai able to kick out due to the referee being more focused on the turnbuckle pad. Then that cover, Jubvno. Oh, Jubvno running off the ropes without the official. Wait, Jubvno, lariat. Another lariat. And Jubvno, a dragon screw takedown. Jubvno's fired up. He's back in this thing. The official putting the turnbuckle pad back on. Turns around. Jubvno, 7-star frog splash from Jubvno Evans. And now Jubvno calling Dakota up to her fate once again. And Jubvno, oh, gee, cutter! Jubvno's got this in the bag. Cover 1, 2, 3. Jubvno Evans survives Dakota Kai. Jubvno Evans advances to match 2 of the 7-person gauntlet, and nothing to be ashamed of from Dakota Kai. Jubvno Evans just the luckier of the 2 combatants here in this match. At the end of the day, Jubvno Evans advances, but still nothing to be taken away from Dakota Kai. What a fight put up by that young woman as we await entrant number 3 in the gauntlet. And oh, holy shit! His next opponent is none other than the Empress of Tomorrow. Jubvno Evans is going back to back in terms of the most decorated female athletes HCPW has to offer. He goes from Dakota Kai right to Asuka. And if we thought Dakota Kai was a challenge for Jubvno Evans, we are not ready for this woman right here. We are not ready for Asuka to just come in and probably take Jubvno Evans' head clean off its shoulders. Asuka, she can do so many different things to win this match. Not only is she a brutal striker, she can so easily just make Jubvno Evans tap out by getting him in the Asuka lock, by getting him so many variations of the Asuka lock. This is going to be an uphill battle for Jubvno Evans, especially just coming out of a brutal match against Dakota Kai. I would be shocked if Jubvno Evans is able to survive match number 2 for him of the gauntlet, as here we go. Jubvno Evans and Asuka as they collar elbow tie up here. Jubvno Evans, he's a bit weared out from the first match, and oh, you can see Asuka able to just throw Jubvno. And oh, Jubvno a bit stunned by Asuka there, as Asuka just going all around the ropes for jumping off with a drop kick and now a knee to the face of Jubvno Evans. And Asuka calling him up already. Asuka knows he's not going to go down without a fight, but Asuka's taking that fight to him to try to get this done as quickly as she possibly can, conserve her energy for the rest of the gauntlet. Another collar elbow tie up here, as Asuka able to get the technical prowess of Asuka, able to get that arm of Jubvno Evans, and now wrenching the arm out is Asuka, the Empress of Tomorrow. But Jubvno Evans, that strength advantage, able to grab the arm of Asuka and send her down. But Asuka, Jubvno, he's got to be tuckered out. And oh my god, just stomping at the chest of Jubvno Evans, trying to do anything she can to keep the Young OG down. And now a triangle choke, and this could honestly do it. But Jubvno, a second wind from Jubvno Evans, lifts up Asuka on a power bomb to get out of the triangle choke. But Jubvno's he's a bit, again, that match with Dakota, but he's initiating a lockup. Jubvno is not going to go down without a fight, and Asuka knows that. And Jubvno this time pushes Asuka off. Asuka went for a kick, but Jubvno able to grab her by the back of the hair. And oh no, elbows to the midsection of Jubvno Evans. And Asuka now, oh, that brutal strike combo, and oh my god. Just kicks to the midsection, now grabbing at Jubvno's hair and tossing him across the ring. And Asuka calling for Jubvno to get back up to his feet again. Jubvno's a bit stunned there. And oh, Asuka able to grab him in a code breaker from Asuka. But wait, Jubvno able to reverse. Hurricanrana. Jubvno's back in this. He might just barely be back in this, but he's back in. Oh, never mind. Asuka able to get the elbows into the midsection, and Asuka now drop kick to the back. No, Jubvno able to roll out the way. And now Jubvno Evans, shot to the back of the head, Irish whip. And Jubvno went to gut check Asuka off the apron, but Asuka able to get a knee up back in the ring. And now Asuka, more striking combos. And oh my god. Goes from combo to combo, it seems, on Javon Evans, and that soccer kick to the spine. Javon Evans now escapes to the apron himself before getting met with a right hand. Asuka went for another. Javon able to hit Asuka with an elbow, jump over the top. Asuka to move out the way to not get stomped on, but Asuka able to fight back again. And oh my god, judo throw into the armbar. Javon Evans might have to tap here. Javon Evans might have to tap. Never mind. Javon Evans able to fight free, able to slip out. Now just a right hand to the face. Just right hand to the face of Asuka. This isn't pretty, but it works. And now Javon's back to a vertical basis, but he couldn't capitalize due to exhaustion. And now Asuka knee to the midsection and a roundhouse to the back of the head. Cover. That could do it. That could do it. 1, 2, and Javon able to kick out at 2. But you can already tell that Javon Evans is on the ropes here. And now Asuka, another kick to the lower back, kick to the spine. Javon throwing around in pain as Asuka grabs his arm. And now just stomping at the hands of Javon Evans. What a match this has already been. And Javon trying to fight back. Lariat. Lariat. No Kojima here. Just a dragon screw. Takedown from Javon Evans. And Javon a cover off his flurry of offense. 1, 2. Caught Asuka off guard, but Asuka able to get the shoulder up. Javon Evans, he's got to keep on Asuka here. He's got to keep on Asuka, and he is. Heavy shot. Goes for the kick. Asuka able to move out the way. Asuka able to move out the way. And now Asuka, that Empress attack incoming. That hip attack connects to the chest of Javon Evans. Asuka staring down her opponent. She realizes how much of a fight Javon Evans has been putting up in this match. She respects Javon Evans. Could have been looking for an Asuka lock. Javon gets the foot up against the temple. And now jumping forearm. Javon Evans, he is not going down without a fight. As I said, as I keep saying, because it just keeps being true. Chop to the chest. And now wrenching at the leg of Asuka using the ropes. Javon Evans trying everything he can to get an advantage. That tornado kick again. That spring shot tornado kick finally connects against the temple of Asuka. And Javon, he knows it's not going to be enough to get the cover, so he's just keeping on the attack. Asuka goes over the top rope. Javon Evans, he's thinking of what to do, decides to get out of the ring from underneath the bottom rope, not risking a dive against Asuka. Now kicks her into the barricade. And now Javon whips Asuka into the barricade. Spine first into the metal guardrail. There is a cloth sheet over the barricade, but that is still metal against hip. And now an elbow to the midsection, but Asuka able to catch him with a kick to the side of the head. And now just a knee drop across the face of Javon Evans. Now Asuka back up on the apron. Asuka up to the top rope now. What is she looking for here? Javon gets up to his feet. Asuka off the top, cross body to the outside of the ring. Kicks Javon, who sits up, and kicks him in the spine again just for good measure. And now Asuka, those repeated stomps to the chest again. Holy shit. And Asuka now, what is this? On the floor, deadlifting Javon. German suplex. The back of Javon's neck onto the concrete floor. And now just an elbow drop to the back after a knee to the face. Holy shit! Now grabbing Javon by the back of the neck and sends him back in the ring. Asuka now enters the ring herself in a cover. I wouldn't be shocked if that finished it here. 1, 2, but Javon able to kick out at 2. Asuka's in shock. Asuka cannot believe it. A deadlift German dropping Javon on his neck on the floor. And now just a kick to the chest and a roundhouse to the side of Javon Evans' face. And Asuka calling Javon up to his feet. Calling Javon Evans up. And now another crossbody, this time from the middle rope in the ring. Now Asuka dragging Javon away from the ropes, not risking a rope break here. Rolls him over. And grabbing at the arm now. A modified Rings of Saturn. Javon's arms have been the focal point of offense from members of Damage Control. Asuka and Dakota Kai. This could do it here. Boy, Javon able to fight free. Elbow to the face. Javon Evans. Javon Evans. Now a huge striking combination. Gets Asuka down and just an elbow to the top of the head again. It's not pretty, but Javon Evans, he's got to do what he's got to do to survive. roundhouse into the ripcord. Spanish fly from Javon Evans. Javon's back in this. Kick to the back. Javon, he's hit the ropes instead of going up, but Javon, Devin, star, frog splash. Javon Evans could do it here. Talking some trash as Asuka gets back up to her feet. Javon, OG Cutter! OG Cutter connects. Javon's got this. 1, 2. No, Asuka's able to kick out at 2. Holy shit. And now Javon, elbow to the face. Jumping elbow to the face. And now stomping out Asuka in the corner. But Asuka able to get the boot up to the midsection. And Asuka went for a flurry, but Javon for a flurry of his own. Snapmare tornado kick. Both combatants are down. Javon Evans, all of his energy is spent. How the hell are either of these two still fighting? Javon Evans now going for the knees of Asuka. Going for the knee of Asuka, trying to do anything he can to wear her down. And honestly, it's a sound strategy if you think about it. Javon Evans going for it again, but Asuka able to kick him off. And Asuka now calling Javon back up to his feet. Calling Javon Evans back up to his feet. And Asuka just talking trash like Javon did to her. Throws Javon against the ropes. Gut check into the roundhouse again. Now Javon going out to the apron, trying to create some separation between him and Asuka. And Asuka with a gut check again. Just knocking Javon Evans off the apron. My God. And now Asuka out of the ring now. Kicks Javon over. I just don't know what else these two have in the tank. What else these two could possibly do to each other. As Asuka, never mind, a flurry of kicks in the midsection. And now taking Javon Evans' fucking head off with a spinning roundhouse. And now that modified Rings of Saturn on the floor again. And Asuka wrenching that thing back. Again, if Javon taps on the floor, it's not a win for Asuka. And Javon looks like he's tapping. Javon tapped out on the floor, but it does not give Asuka the victory. It gives Asuka the mental victory, but it does not give her the physical victory. As now off the top, went for a body splash, a Samoan splash almost. But Javon able to move out the way. Now Javon grabs her by the hair. A second win from Javon Evans. Javon in the corner. Javon Evans. Scoop slam from Javon. He climbs up, maybe 7-star frog splash time, but no way. Javon, tight rope, elbow drop, connects. And Javon a cover here on Asuka. 1, 2, but Asuka able to power out at 2. Javon, he may not be able to hook the legs as well as he is able to normally because of the damage to his arms, but Javon, oh my God, Javon jumped up as Asuka cut out his knees. Oh wait, Javon Evans able to get an elbow and a Hurricane Rana. 1, 2. No, Asuka able to kick out at 2. And now Javon talking some trash, getting Asuka up to her feet. Javon Evans to the apron. Springboard, clothesline, caught Asuka with a punch at the top of the head maybe. But he didn't get all of it, and Asuka almost made him pay for it. But Javon picks her up for a scoop, a Oklahoma slam, my bad. But now a chop block to the back of the knee. And Asuka could have been looking for that modified Rings of Saturn again. But Javon Evans able to drop her to the mat, and now a kick to the spine. And now Javon talking trash once again. Javon Evans, collar and elbow off the ropes. Big, beautiful drop kick from Javon Evans. And now Javon as Asuka in the corner, and now Javon head of steam and a hesitation drop kick from Javon Evans, who jumps over the ropes, maybe looking for a 7-star frog splash, thinking about it, but no, another tightrope elbow drop. Asuka moves out the way. He went to the well one too many times, and now a shining wizard from Asuka. It's Javon who's reeling. Into the corner as Asuka with stomps now. Just stomps, brutal stomps, choking out Javon, and another stomp to the chest. Holy hell. Javon has to roll out the ring. Asuka's up. Javon able to get back in the ring. And now Javon Evans punching the head of Asuka, just punching her straight in the face. Nothing pretty about that. Just anything to survive at this point. Knocks Asuka off the post, off the top turnbuckle, went for a dropkick. Asuka moves. Asuka going for a dropkick of her own, but Javon Evans moves out the way, Samoa Joe style. And now Javon Evans Irish whipping Asuka into the buckles again, gets her up to the top. And now Javon Evans, what could he be looking for here? Punch to the head. Javon climbing up to the very top as well. Are we about to see an avalanche Spanish fly? Holy shit! Avalanche Spanish fly. Cover from Javon. 1, 2. How the hell is Asuka still in this fight? Elbow to the back. Javon Evans stomp to the arm. How are they still fighting? Just taking out the arm of Asuka now. Anything Javon Evans can do to survive. Javon trying to get the crowd on his side here. Runs at Asuka. A big corner, a body avalanche, and now a tornado DDT. Javon Evans was running for the top rope, it looked like, but Asuka able to catch him with a knee to the temple. And now Asuka went for another move on the ground, but Javon Evans able to fight free, able to get Asuka down. And Javon up to the top again. And now just a regular elbow drop to Asuka. And now Javon calling Asuka up to her feet. What could we be seeing here? Oh, Jay Cutter, no! Asuka moves out the way. Cover, cover. Are we gonna see it? Does Asuka win off of Javon's mistake? No! Kick out by Javon Evans again. Asuka can't believe it. The back of Javon's head hit the mat hard off that failed OG cutter. And Asuka now knee to the side of the head of Javon Evans. Javon Evans has been competing for over 20 minutes in 2 separate matches against world-renowned athletes. But Javon Evans could be looking to steal one here. Roll up, 1, 2. Asuka counters, 1. No, Javon counters right back, 1. And a kick out at 1 by Asuka. What a match this has been. Javon up to the top again. Another tight rope elbow drop. Asuka moves again. Drop kick to the back. That may have been a low blow. Asuka may have gone below the legs, in between the legs of Javon Evans there. I wasn't really too sure at the camera angle that we got. And Asuka now a hatch suplex, grabbing both arms of Javon Evans and just tossed him. Now Asuka contemplating her next move here. She can't tell what she wants to do, but she's up to the top rope. And now Asuka calling Javon up to his feet. Asuka went for a double axe handle, no. Overshot just a little bit. And now Asuka wrestling takedown to Javon Evans. Now Asuka, what could we possibly be seeing here? Just a jumping foot stomp to the face. And now grabbing at the arm again. Just a stomp at the hand. Anything Asuka can do to get the advantage here against Javon Evans. And Asuka calling Javon up to his feet. Javon Evans is out on his feet. You can tell. And Asuka again, knee to the midsection and a roundhouse to the back of Javon Evans' head. Sits up Javon Evans. The exhaustion now hitting Asuka. She slowly gets Javon up to a knee here. As now just another roundhouse kick. My God. And Asuka went for an elbow drop. Javon moves out the way. And this is Javon's chance. Schoolboy kips up Enziguri. Javon Evans, a flurry of offense there. And now going right back for the knee. Elbow drop to the knee. Elbow drop to the knee. Javon Evans grabbing Asuka by the hair again. Javon Evans chop to the chest of Asuka. Now going for the knee. Doing anything he can to try to get Asuka down here. Wearing Asuka out. Off the turnbuckles, went for that tornado DDT. Asuka moves out the way. And Asuka again, knee to the midsection, into the roundhouse kick again. And oh no, that rings of Saturn incoming on Javon Evans. It's in. It's locked in. Javon may have no choice. Wait, no. Javon fights free. And oh, Javon went for something, but Asuka able to clothesline the living fuck Now to Javon Evans. And now Asuka, that combination, kicks to the midsection, and now just a spinning roundhouse kick, taking Javon Evans' goddamn head off. Pulling Javon Evans back to his feet. Asuka, I am at a loss for words. How are they still going? Asuka maybe looking for a belly to belly, but Javon Evans able to fight free. Javon able to fight free, and a big shot to the face of Asuka. Javon calling Asuka to her feet. Javon Evans went for the ropes, thinking against the OG cutter, and a big Saito suplex backdrop driver hits the ropes in confusion. Up to the top, Javon 7-star frog splash to the back of Asuka, calling Asuka up to her feet. Javon Evans on the ropes now. Oh, she got her. Javon's got this. 1, 2, 3. Javon Evans survives, but oh my God, his next opponent is CM Punk. What the hell? Punk's giving him no time. Look at Javon. Javon is out. Javon's out on the mat. CM Punk, he's wasting little time as Asuka helped to the back by some more officials out through the crowd. It's clobbering time from CM Punk. What the hell? Javon's had no time to recover. Look at him. He's dead on the mat. But I just think it's formulaic at this point. CM Punk now making his way to the ring. Slides in, the bell sounds. The bell has sounded. This match is underway here. Match number 3 of the gauntlet. He's got him up for the GTS. It's over. Wait, Javon. Javon fights out. Javon fighting out. Javon Evans just bitch slaps CM Punk. Wait, crucifix. Crucifix from Javon Evans. Cover. 1, 2, 3. Oh my God. Oh my God, Javon got it. Here's a replay. Here's a replay of the GTS. Javon elbowing CM Punk across the jaw. And then just got him with the crucifix cover. 1, 2, 3. And Javon Evans is advancing. Look at Javon Evans. Wait, Punk's back with a chair. Oh my God. Oh my God. CM Punk. No. Another shot with a chair to the head. CM Punk has lost it. The official trying to get order, but he can't get CM Punk to stop wailing on Javon with a chair. Javon's up. Javon tried to fight back, but CM Punk, go to sleep. No, he's not done. He's dragging Javon Evans up again. CM Punk has him up again. Another go to sleep to Javon Evans. And the referee trying to get CM Punk to leave the ring, but CM Punk, it's not happening. CM Punk has Javon Evans up again. The fan chanting one more time, and CM Punk happy to oblige with another go to sleep to Javon Evans. CM Punk finally leaving the ring. Oh no, he's never mind. Javon Evans trying to get back up, trying to get back into this gauntlet, and oh my God. Another chair shot from CM Punk as he finally leaves the ring. Finally, and oh no, as Punk leaves, the next man enters the ring. General Walter. Javon Evans is helpless. Javon Evans is already down as Walter taking his sweet time posing on the ramp, arms behind his back. Walter, you gotta be thinking, he's got the easiest job in the world right now. Go in there, pin Javon Evans, advance in the gauntlet, win the global title. It's formulaic at this point. Javon Evans has been through hell. 2 of the absolute best women in the division, and then a brutal assault by CM Punk. There's no way. The official's trying to help Javon Evans up. Javon Evans is crawling towards the corner right now as Walter makes his way to the ring. It's going to be hard to watch, honestly, what Walter does. I just hope it's quick. I hope he just puts him out of his misery as quickly as possible. You see Javon Evans finally making his way to the corner, just set in the buckles there as Walter, he gets in the ring. Walter's getting in the ring. Javon's up. And oh, the bell sounds. And Walter with a drop kick to the chest of Javon Evans. The fight in this kid might be extinguished as a power bomb from Walter. Power bombing him straight to hell. And oh no, come on. Not again, another power bomb. Walter's making sure that Javon Evans is down and out. A third power bomb to Javon Evans. And now the official 1, 2, 3. What a fight from Javon Evans we saw in this match. But at the end of the day, it was CM Punk's chair and Walter's power bombs that put him away for good. As we await the next entrant into the gun. Oh my God. The Pirate Princess's hair. Kairi Sane and Walter. What a dream match for some. It's finally happening. Kairi Sane and Walter. I have thought about what this match could possibly look like for so long as a professional wrestling fan. Ever since I saw these two for the first time compete, not against each other, but compete in general. And now it's happening here in HCPW in the Global Championship Gauntlet. And we still have the mystery entrant later on. I still feel bad for Javon Evans. Javon being helped to the back through the crowd here by medical professionals. He will be getting checked on for those chair shots from CM Punk. Disgusting actions earlier from CM Punk, but we have to move on in this gauntlet for the Global Championship to crown our first Global Champion. Emotions obviously high in this match, and CM Punk proving just that. But Kairi Sane and Walter up next for the title. Here we go. And a personal dream match of mine is finally underway as these two combatants lock up. Kairi Sane and Walter lock up in the middle of the HCPW ring, and Walter's just dragging Kairi back into the corner there. And just a cheap shot from Walter. What the hell? He's already got the size advantage. One for a chop, but Kairi Sane able to block, and now another collar and elbow tie up from these two. And Walter again pushing Kairi Sane back into the corner. The official trying to get a separation, trying to get a break, and now it's Kairi Sane with a shot to the midsection, and Kairi going for a springboard tornado DDT, misses, and Walter roll up from Walter, trying to win this thing early, and Kairi Sane with a kick out of 1. And now Walter just a knee drop to the face of Kairi Sane, and now just, oh my God, just jumping all of the 290-pound frame on top of Kairi Sane's body. And now, again, after dribbling her head like a basketball, does it again, and Kairi Sane throws her body at Walter now. Big running cross body. Grabbing at the legs of Walter, just kicks her off. The powerful legs of Walter just sending Kairi almost halfway across the ring. And now Walter grabbing her by the hair, but Kairi Sane able to get some elbows into the midsection of Walter. Kairi Sane now drop kick to the back. Or maybe to the side. That may have been to the waist. I couldn't really tell. And now Kairi choking out Walter. Trying to get every advantage she can. Goes for a double foot stomp. Walter able to move out the way. And oh my God. Holy shit. A lariat from Walter. And now just again. Just jumping on top of Kairi Sane. Trying to drive the wind out of her sails as it were. And now Walter combination strikes here. Before getting her down. And looking for the Boston Crab. Walter's got it in. But Kairi Sane's able to fight free. Throw back over. And now Kairi Sane rolls up Walter. Got him in the cover, but Walter shifts the weight. And he's just, my God, Kairi Sane having used all of her strength to kick out. Walter dragging Kairi Sane back up. And there's an overhand chop, 2 of them. Before picking her up, sidewalk slam. And Walter, this is just, if we thought Javon Evans was a massacre from Walter, this is going to just be a long, drawn-out massacre, and now a gut check. And Walter, hands behind the back, Imperium pose from Walter. Oh, and now Walter meets Kairi Sane on the floor. Kairi Sane has not gotten up since getting gut checked off the apron. Now just close fist punches on the floor. The official trying to get Walter to stop. And oh, wait. Enziguri to the side of the head. But Walter moves out the way. Wait a minute. Wheelbarrow stunner from Kairi Sane. And now grabbing at the legs of Walter now. Those big tree trunk legs. And just a foot DDT there. Trying to do anything she can to get an advantage over Walter here. Sends Walter back in the ring. Kairi Sane removing the top turnbuckle padding, it seems, but Walter catches her with a right hand. And oh my god. Oh my god. God! Covered by Walter. Kairi's foot under the bottom rope. The official doesn't see it, and Kairi Sane forced to kick out at 2. Kairi Sane leaving the ring once again. The official fixing that top turnbuckle was Kairi Sane springboard hurricanrana. Walter was not expecting a springboard hurricanrana there, and now Kairi, what is this? A bow and arrow! A bow and arrow! Walter is touching the mat though, and Walter able to shift his weight again, and Kairi forcing a kick out of that pinning predicament. And oh now, shot to the legs. Kairi kicks, heavy kicks and shots to the legs, and now Kairi jumping up, DDT. Walter tried to reverse whatever Kairi was going for there, but Kairi able to get down with a DDT. And now Kairi calling Walter back up to his feet. Kairi Sane whipping Walter against the ropes here. Kairi, nice deep arm drag to Walter, cover on the behemoth. The ring general is down, but only a 1 count. Only a 1 count for Kairi Sane. Stomp to the arm and just an elbow to the back again. Trying to wear down her much bigger adversary here is Kairi Sane. And now just a stomp in the corner. And what the hell is this? What the hell? Kairi Sane! Oh my god! An alley-oop from Kairi Sane out the corner. And now whips Walter into the buckle. Oh, Walter able to get the knee up though. Able to get the knee up, and now just a chop to the chest in the corner. Throws Kairi face first into the buckle, and now just kicking at her legs. And now stomping her as she's down. Oh no, Walter runs across the ring and just knees Kairi Sane across the face. And now a big boot for good measure. And Walter climbing up to the top rope. This could be the beginning of the end here for Kairi Sane, but no, Walter calling her up to her feet. I thought he was going for that big body splash. Walter, just a missile drop kick. Never mind, that may have been worse. That may have actually been worse. And now a rear naked choke. Rear naked choke is locked in. If I were Kairi, I'd give up. But Kairi Sane, the Pirate Princess, has a little fight in her. And an elbow to the jaw. 2 elbows to the jaw, breaks free of the rear naked choke. No, wait a minute. What the hell? The hell was that? Head scissors from Kairi Sane. I don't know what that was at all, but it ended in a head scissors. That I do know. And now just going for the legs of Walter again. My god. And wasting little time as she grabs Walter and just choking him out. Just anything she can to get the advantage here, honestly. And you know what? I can't blame Kairi Sane. I do the same thing. I take every advantage, and the body splash misses. Walter now just booting Kairi Sane in the side of the head. Walter's calling for a power bomb. Walter's calling for a power bomb. He's got Kairi Sane up, and she's down. Power bomb from Walter. Just like it did to Javon Evans. 3 separate times to get to this point. Cover by Walter. 1, 2. Kairi Sane's able to kick out at 2. Walter can't believe it. And now Walter grabbing Kairi Sane and now just chops. Wait, Kairi dodges a chop of her own. Kick to the legs. But no, Walter dodges that kick. Elbow to the knee. Walter grabs Kairi by the hair, but Kairi's able to get out. Elbows to the midsection again. Kairi Sane, drop kick to the side, sends Walter down to the mat. No, Kairi on the apron calling for Walter to get up. Springboard hurricanrana again. And now choking Walter out once again is Kairi Sane. Kairi's up to the middle turnbuckle now. Kairi insane elbow. It kind of connects. It kind of connects to the side of Walter's head. That could do it. That could do it. The insane elbow barely connected with the side of Walter's head. But that could have knocked Walter out. No, kick out at 2. Kairi Sane's best shot. And it didn't connect flush. It connected enough to get Walter back to the mat, but not enough to get Kairi Sane the victory as she whips him into the buckles now. Oh, Kairi gut checks Walter in the corner now. Walking the plank, it seems. Kairi Sane to the other side of the ring. Sliding elbow into the corner. Walter's down. Kairi may have this in the bag. Covered by Kairi Sane. 1, 2. Walter kicks out at 2. And Kairi Sane now gets Walter back up. Shot to the knees again. kicking at the knees of Walter, grabs Walter now, big knee to the chest, and just a kick to the back of the head. Walter's reeling for the first time in this match. Kairi's got him in the corner again, and a chop from Kairi Sane, stomping Walter out in the corner, and another alley-oop from Kairi Sane. This is the first time since these two met nearly 10 minutes ago that Walter's been reeling, but now Walter back in this thing as Kairi misses a splashing its knee right in the jaw. I may have spoken a bit too soon. And oh no, Walter went for a lariat there. It got an elbow to the jaw, and Kairi, double axe handle to the chest, but Walter able to catch her with a kick, and now a knee drop across the face of Kairi Sane. Now Walter hits that chop and just sends Kairi down to the mat, and now close-fisted strikes again to the face of Kairi Sane. Now Walter grabbing at Kairi's arm, and oh my god, trapping the arm under the boot and stomping at her fingers. Not even her hand, that was just stomping out her fingers. And now Walter, a combination of strikes again, went for a chop, miss. Kairi now goes for a kick to the knee. Walter dodges. Walter a boot to the midsection. Walter's fired up as Kairi's in the ropes. And now Walter choking out Kairi Sane on the top rope. And just tossing her across the ring using the top rope cover by Walter. One. Oh no, never mind. Walter gets off the cover. And oh no, off the ropes now, dropping all of his weight onto the lower stomach area of Kairi Sane. And now Walter is calling for yet another power. No! Kairi Sane able to dodge. Kairi Sane able to dodge. Kicks to the leg. Kairi Sane sends Walter into the corner. Kairi Sane now. Oh my god, scoop slam. No! Walter shifts his weight in a DDT to Kairi Sane. Kairi sits up in the corner as Walter tried to stomp her out, but Kairi trips Walter up. Stomp to the back. Kairi Sane climbs up to the top rope again. Kairi, insane elbow this time from the top. Walter moves out the way. Walter's calling Kairi up to her feet, drop kicking the absolute hell out of Kairi Sane. Now Kairi gets up in the corner once again, and now Walter. Oh no. Oh my god. What the hell is this? Big straight to the stomach, and oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, holy shit. Walter just used his foot and draping Kairi across the ropes, just started choking her out across the top turnbuckle, and now just dropping his body weight on top of Kairi Sane's stomach once again. Stomp to the midsection now from Walter. Oh my god. Sends Kairi's gut first into the steel steps. Walter now to the top rope. What the hell is Walter thinking here? Walter rarely ever goes to the top rope in matches unless it's hit a body splash. What the hell? What the fuck? Oh my god! Missile dropkick, and now just a knee across the face. I'm surprised Walter didn't hit the steel steps. Holy shit! Sends Kairi Sane back in the ring. Kairi's gotta be out. Kairi Sane has to be out now, just stomping at the ankles of Kairi Sane. Walter went for a Boston Crab. Kairi Sane kicks him off. This is Kairi's moment. Elbow to the back. How is Kairi Sane still fighting? Grabbing Walter by the hair and just slamming him face first into the mat. Kairi's calling Walter to his feet. How is Kairi Sane still in this? She's got to be running off of pure adrenaline at this point in the matchup. Sends Walter off the ropes. Drop down. Leapfrogging over Walter and trips him up. Drop toe hold. Kairi now, moonsault went off the very top rope. Walter moves, covered by Walter. 1, 2, and Kairi barely able to kick out at 2. Walter again a cover. 1. Oh, well, Walter gets off the cover this time at a count of 1. Kairi's back up to her feet, but it might just be pure adrenaline as Walter tosses her across the ring with a half and half suplex almost. And Walter's just He's just taunting at this point. He knows he's got this in the bag. Walter grabbing Kyrie into the buckles now. Oh, wait a minute. Sends her behind. And drops her into the corner. And now a big German suplex. Dropping Kyrie on her neck as she rolls out of the ring. And Walter's taunting again. Count of one as Walter, that Imperium taunt. Arms behind the back. Now Kairi Sane slowly getting up on the outside of the ring. Walter waits for her to get back in the ring. He's back in now and just a lariat from Walter. Oh my God. Walter's got Kairi up again. And another half and half suplex from Walter. Just dropping Kairi. And now a knee drop for good measure. Walter taunts once again. Walter knows he's got this in the bag. Rolls Kairi Sane over, stomping her in the back of the head now. Went to pick her up. Kairi gets a boot up. Kairi gets a boot up. Kairi sends Walter off the ropes. Kairi Sane went for that double axe handle again. Walter's got her up. The last symphony connects. Last symphony connects. Walter hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3, and Walter advances to the finals of the gauntlet. Walter is in the finals, but wait, who's his final opponent? Oh my God! There's no way. There's no way. Bryan Danielson! Bryan Danielson is here, and he's in the gauntlet. Bryan Danielson's the final man in the gauntlet for the HCPW Global Championship. This arena has come unglued. The American Dragon and the Ring General are your final two combatants to crown the very first HCPW Global Champion. I am in shock. What a dream match to end off this gauntlet to crown the first HCPW Global Champion, Bryan Danielson and Walter. If we thought the last match was a dream match, this match, oh my God, I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to say. For the first time in these two men's careers, they will go one-on-one to crown the very first global champion here in Honor Championship Pro Wrestling. This is what it's all about, shaping the future trajectory of this company. And Walter's on the outside. Walter is trying to prepare himself after that battle, and that is what it is all for. The Global Championship here in Honor Championship Pro Wrestling. The referee raises the belt up high as we are set. Walter, Bryan Danielson, here we go. A dream match for many as they meet in the center of the ring. Walter went for a chop. Danielson kick combos. Gets Walter down. Has him in the ankle lock. Walter gets to the ropes. But Danielson right back on him. Kick to the leg that Kairi Sane was targeting all match. And now an Indian deathlock from Bryan Danielson and transitions into an elbow drop to the knee of Walter. Bryan Danielson wasting little time. But no, Walter moves out the way, but Danielson with a lariat. Lariat to Walter. Danielson, as I said, wasting little time, goes for the legs again. Walter kicks him off. And now Walter went for a knee drop. Danielson gets out the way. Danielson gets out the way of the knee drop. And now toe-to whirl. I don't even know what that was. A toe-to whirl, like face buster, it looked like, from Bryan Danielson, who's now calling Walter up to his feet. But Walter writhing around in pain. He just got done facing Kairi Sane, and oh my God. Bryan Danielson just kicking at Walter, trying to fire him up for this match. And Danielson whips Walter into the buckles. Danielson now grabs Walter by the head and slams him face first into the turnbuckle. And went for the leg of Walter again, but Walter gets the elbow up. And Walter with a European uppercut sends Danielson down. And Walter went to drop that body weight like he did on Kairi Sane, but Danielson able to move out the way. Bryan Danielson now hooks Walter, has him by the back of the neck. Bryan Danielson face first off the top turnbuckle again. Danielson now has Walter. Big knife edge chop in the corner from Bryan Danielson to Walter. The American Dragon is taking it to the Ring General right now. The Ring General just got out of facing Kairi Sane. And now a fisherman suplex from Bryan Danielson. Wait, Walter's shoulders up as the referee's counting the one. Walter had to kick out. His shoulder was clearly off the mat there. Danielson sits Walter up, though. Off the ropes now. It's Danielson with I guess a neck breaker sort of move there. I don't really know what to call that. A snapmare, maybe? A modified snapmare, neck breaker type deal. Now Danielson, a wrist clutched Northern Lights suplex. No bridge as Danielson now. Closed fist punches to the face of Walter like he did to Kairi Sane just mere minutes ago as Walter gets the knee up to Bryan Danielson's head. Walter and Danielson stare down. Danielson gets in the midsection. Danielson special. Danielson special, that butterfly suplex into the armbar. But Walter's able to fight free. Walter punching at the face of Bryan Danielson, trying to get out of that armbar. And he doesn't. Now a chop to the chest into an uppercut from Walter. And now that knee drop connects. And now Walter just a stomp. And now finally dropping that body weight on top of the sternum. Well, not the sternum, the lower midsection area of Bryan Danielson. And now just heavy strikes and a super kick. When have we ever seen Walter hit a super kick? Apart from tonight, leaping elbow off the middle turnbuckle. Walter is taking it to the American Dragon. Walter's got it by the back of the neck, maybe the braids of Danielson as he pushes him face first into the top turnbuckle. And now Walter looking to do what he did to Kairi Sane. Big shot to the midsection. And now Walter climbs up and puts that foot right on the neck of Bryan Danielson as he chokes him out, sending Danielson to the outside. Walter gets to the outside as well here, wasting little time, not giving Danielson a chance to recover, but maybe not going out the same side did, as Danielson with a kick to the head, a stomp, and now a knee drop to the face of Walter. Bryan Danielson and Walter, what a match has already been, sends Walter across the arena with an Irish whip, across the ringside area, I should say. As Danielson waits for Walter to get up to his feet, and a right hand sends Walter around. And now a backdrop driver, no! Walter shifts his weight and comes down with a cross body. Went for the knee drop on the floor. Danielson moves in that knee of Walter. You gotta think what damage is being done there. Wrestling takedown from Bryan Danielson. Danielson targeting that same knee Kairi Sane was working on in the match just before this one. You gotta wonder how much pain that leg and knee, especially of Walter, is in. Danielson sends Walter back into the ring. Danielson with a heavy hand to the back of the neck. And Danielson now ripcord forearm to Walter. And now taking the arm of Walter and just stomping it. Ow, God. Went for a knee drop of his own, but Walter moves out the way. Went for a lariat, did Walter. But Danielson another clubbing blow to the back of the head. And now another ripcord forearm from Danielson, who calls Walter up to his feet right after. Danielson with a big roundhouse to the chest, 2-3. And then a spinning soul kick to the midsection. Now Danielson could have been looking for a German suplex there, but Walter able to fight free. And now Walter picks up Bryan Danielson, hits him in the corner and just tosses him away. And now Walter went for a stomp. Danielson able to move, but Walter with a German suplex. Walter covered, dropping Danielson clean on the top of his head maybe. But no, only a 1 count. That was on the back of the neck of Bryan Danielson. My apologies, not the top of the head. Walter's fired up. Walter looking for a power bomb. We saw 3 of them put away Javon Evans. One could put away Danielson after he got dropped on the back of his neck. Danielson, a history of head and neck injuries, but he kicks out at 2. And he's got to hit the apron. Walter waiting for Danielson to get up here. Walter grabs Danielson in a heavy hand right to the temple. And now Walter back suplex onto the apron, my God. And now it's Walter's turn to mockingly kick at Bryan Danielson. Walter's in firm control and he knows it. Irish whipping Danielson back in the ring. No. Danielson reverses, gets Walter back in. Walter grabbing at his midsection. Now Danielson, those flurry of kicks. And Danielson, heel hook to that knee. Heel hook to that leg. That leg that Kairi Sane was targeting, that Danielson's been targeting, but no. Walter with closed fist punches again to the face of Bryan. Danielson gets out, but he's limping. You see he's limping. He had to block Danielson from hitting a kick, and now Walter slapping Danielson in the face. Chops to the chest now from Walter. Went for the European uppercut. Danielson able to fight free. Grabbing Walter, but Walter able to fight free with a shot to the midsection. And now Walter with combinations, but Danielson tosses him to the mat. Danielson went to grab Walter, but Walter sitting up, preventing Danielson from doing so. Danielson grabs him up anyway, chops and elbows now. Danielson gets that knee drop finally that he went to hit ages ago. Walter sits up in the corner. Bryan Danielson Goes to the one corner, across the ring, went for a hesitation, drop kick. Walter moves, and now a knee drop to Danielson. Knee drop to Bryan Danielson, hits the ropes, and drops that weight across the stomach of Bryan Danielson. Walter now cover off of that, gets his feet on the ropes, the referee doesn't see it. 2, Danielson kicks out at 2. Walter can't believe it. Here's a replay of that German suplex from earlier, getting Walter in this thing. You see Danielson to the back of his neck. As we're back now to the live action, Danielson went to hit the ropes. Walter missing a chop, but hits Danielson with that front drop kick. As now Danielson climbing, crawling up those turnbuckles, and now Walter with a body avalanche into the corner. And Walter calling Danielson up to his feet. Walter has Danielson up, going for that last symphony. No, slips out the back and a chop block to that knee again. Danielson now cover here. The chop block to the knee could do it. 1, 2, Walter rope break. Rope break, and the official sees it. Danielson in shock. As Walter gets the rope break, Danielson drags Walter up. He's going cattle mutilation. Cattle mutilation from Bryan Danielson to Walter. Cattle mutilation is in, but Walter fights free. Walter fights free instantly, and an elbow to the side of the head. Now Walter grabbing Danielson now, picks him up in that fireman's carry, and Walter with that elevated snake eyes to Bryan Danielson. Went for a stomp in the corner. Danielson gets the boot up to the face. Danielson, Busaiku knee! Busaiku knee! New global champion! Danielson to be the first global champion. Walter kicks out at 2. Danielson with an out of nowhere Busaiku knee. He's looking for another. He's looking for another. In the corner, the yes chance. Busaiku knee. Walter moves. Walter moves out the way. Danielson slaps him across the head. Backdrop driver. Walter flips out. What the hell? Off the ropes and a back elbow. And now Walter, that knee drop again, moves out the way. Danielson moves out the way of the knee drop. Gets Walter up. Maybe looking for a last symphony of his own. No, hot shots him off the top rope. Neck first goes Walter. Well, throat first, I should say, but Walter gets the foot up. Boot to the head. Went for a chop. Danielson dodges. Danielson has Walter again. Picks him up again. Maybe last symphony from Danielson, but no. Emerald Flosion. Walter able to slip out the back and get a chop block of his own. Walter now has Danielson in the corner here. And overhand to the back of the head from the ring general. Turns Danielson around in the corner. Just a European uppercut into the corner. And now, Walter maybe looking for that stomp in the corner again. But just like Kyrie's saying, Danielson able to trip Walter up. And Danielson calling Walter up to his feet. Danielson's ready. Danielson's ready for a fight. Danielson and Walter. What a match this has been already. Off the ropes. Danielson takes Walter down with a schoolboy. And now just a kick to the chest. Shoot kick to the chest from Danielson. He rolls Walter over. And now a knee to the face. It's not pretty, but it gets the job done. And a drop kick to the knee now from Bryan Danielson. Bryan Danielson now stomped to the head of Walter as he calls Walter up to his feet again. Look at the passion of Danielson's face, but look at the welts. The bruises already forming as he grabs Walter by the back of the neck. Into the ropes now with Walter. Danielson throws Walter out the ring. And Danielson, he's got that crazed look in his eyes. That crazed look in his eyes. Looking at the ropes, looking back at Walter. Ropes and Walter again. The arena shaking with anticipation. Suicide dive. Into the barricade goes Walter. Both men are down. This is awesome chants from the HCPW faithful. As Danielson now standing on the hand of Walter and stomping at the arm. What a match. And we barely got started. We've only seen a pinfall attempt from each man. And two submission attempts from Bryan Danielson. I don't know how much longer any of these two men could go. As Danielson's got Walter by the back of the neck. And Danielson throws Walter back into the arena. Well, back into the ring, excuse me. Danielson now to the apron. Danielson calling Walter up to his feet. Danielson springboard shoot drop kick. No. Walter moves out the way. Walter moves out the way. As now Walter grabs Danielson and chops. The heavy shots to the liver. Boot to the midsection. A clubbing blow to the back from Walter to Bryan Danielson. Grabs Danielson now. Whips him off the ropes. Drop down from Walter. And Walter went for a scoop slam. Danielson kicks at that knee. Those legs of Walter being worked on as Danielson throws him over the top. And now Danielson, what is this? What is this? Bryan Danielson's got Walter. Holy shit! DDT on the apron. Spiking Walter, but Walter's back up and a shoot dropkick from Walter. And now Walter dropping his weight again on the stomach of Bryan Danielson. What a match. What an encounter. Walter may have been looking for a sleeper hold on the floor, but Danielson able to get the elbow. And now Danielson went for a chop of his own, but Walter able to sidestep it, going for the powerbomb on the floor. Danielson, back body drop to Walter. And now Danielson, a triangle choke on the floor. Triangle choke on the floor, trying to wear Walter out. Walter tapped. Walter just tapped on the floor. Walter just tapped. But it doesn't lose him the match. It was only on the floor. Walter just tapped out on the floor. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't lose him the match. Danielson a cover after he tapped out on the floor. 1, 2. Walter kicks out at 2. Danielson's beside himself. He had the match won if he had just done that triangle choke in the ring. Dragging Walter up to his feet now. Chops from Danielson. Elbows. And a chop sends him to the mat. Walter going for the ropes. Danielson now taunting. He knows he's got this in the bag. Went for that hesitation drop kick again. Walter moves out the way. Walter, last symphony. Last symphony. That move beat Kairi Sane, but Walter isn't done. Walter isn't done. Going for another, it seems. Going for a modified last symphony there. Modified last symphony. Walter now dragging Danielson away from the ropes. That could do it. That could do it. Cover 1, 2. Danielson kicks out at 2. These two men are throwing their best shots at each other. We've seen a Busaiku knee. We've seen the last symphony. And now Walter, a devastating chop in the corner. The bruises and the welts are already beginning to form on these two men. And went for another chop. But no, Danielson. Danielson going for the arm, but Walter able to get free. Lariat. Lariat from Walter. Now Walter climbing up to the top rope. Conway Danielson up to his feet, now looking for that big body splash. Could be looking for that flying missile. Drop kick. Danielson moves. And now Danielson firing himself up, but Walter's up to his feet. Danielson got too carried away, and Walter, again a German suplex, dropping Danielson on his head and neck. Now a stomp to the ankles. Stomping him again. Went for the knee drop. Danielson moves. Went to run around for a drop kick. Overhand chop into that knife edge chop. Danielson's down. Now Walter boot to the midsection. Danielson gets Walter down. Danielson gets Walter down. Walter went for a right hand. Danielson. Oh my God. Victory roll. Victory roll. He's got Walter. 1, 2. Danielson almost won the title. Danielson almost won the title of the victory roll. And while Walter got Danielson, goes for the powerbomb again. Backdrop. And now Danielson, those closed fist punches to Walter's face. You see the back of Bryan Danielson all worried up, all worked up. And now a game of cat and mouse here between Walter and Danielson. Walter, the first man to make a move. Knife edge chops, machine gun style, short arm style, if you will. Just kept bringing him back up for him. And now an elbow drop to the knee. Walter and Danielson. And now just another chop. Keeping on the offense here. Overhand chops after overhand chops. Going for the Irish whip. Danielson able to fight free. Gut checks Walter off the apron. Bryan Danielson now taking a breather. But he can't let Walter get too much of a breather here. As now firing himself up while calling Walter to his feet. Walter's up. Danielson, another suicide dive to Walter. What an ovation from the arena here. The HCPW faithful are purely behind Bryan Danielson as he sends Walter back into the ring. Bryan Danielson looking for another Busaiku knee. Looking for another Busaiku knee. And it connects against Walter. Look at the bruises on the face of Walter and the body. 1, 2. No, Walter kicks out at 2. Barely gets that shoulder up. Barely gets that shoulder up as Danielson kicks Walter over. And now Danielson, a curb stomp type maneuver there. getting Walter back down in a knee drop. These two men refuse to die. Global title on the line. Rolls Walter over. That modified brings the Saturn we saw from Asuka to Javon Evans. Now locked in on Walter. Walter trying to stay in this. Look at the welts on Walter. Look at the welts on Danielson. Is Danielson trying anything he can to wrench back? Well, Walter's fighting. Walter's fighting it. I cannot believe how long they've been in the submission for. How are they still fighting? Walter breaks free. Walter fights free with an elbow. These two men are still going at it. Walter's got Danielson looking for that power bomb. But Walter thinking twice about it. Maybe a buckle bomb from Walter. No, another elevated snake eyes sending Danielson face first into the turnbuckle and now face washing Bryan Danielson. Walter just taking the advantage any way he can. Nothing pretty about any of his offense right now. But it's effective. Knee drops, face washes, snake eyes. Anything he can do to get Danielson in a position where he could win. And now double axe handle. Danielson move. Danielson, the shoot kicks. The shoot kicks to the chest. The fans counting along with them. There's kick number 7. And now the big roundhouse makes kick number 8. Bryan Danielson moving Walter to the center of the ring. Danielson now into the corner, looking for yet another Busaiku knee. This one could do it. Busaiku knee, covered by Bryan Danielson. 1, 2. Bryan Danielson is your first ever global champion of HCPW. The American Dragon has done it. The American Dragon has done it. He's defeated the Rey General, and he has been handed the global championship by the official, and he raises it up. Bryan Danielson has forever changed the trajectory of HCPW. Bryan Danielson is your first ever global heavyweight champion. As we're out of time, we'll catch you next week.